What is going on? I'm zmoT coming to you out of the clouds. What we're going to be doing today is War Factory, but more importantly, today is Christmas Eve. I've got some very, very excited kids here and very, very excited adults as well. There's not many things in 2020 that have been exciting. Christmas is definitely one of those. So for those of you who celebrate Christmas, Merry, Merry Christmas, and to everyone else, Happy Holidays and all that good stuff. Let's have a look, see what War Factory's got for us. Low levels, this one, middle of the pack difficult. The fact that we've got grapplers on either side are going to be slightly annoying, but not a deal breaker. You know how to do this one very, very likely. We're just going to get into it and get rocking and rolling. As you can see, this rocket launcher reaches behind the core. So really, all we need to do is get rid of these two rocket launchers. So that's what we're going to start with. We're going to mark this rocket launcher right here. If you still don't know what marking means, please, please let me know, because it is absolutely critical to your Boom Beach progress. The faster you learn to mark things, the better off you're going to be. And that is how we're going to control what the heck Everspark's going to do for us. So she's going to double hack. You'll notice as soon as that smoke goes away, I throw my next smoke, then I push the button, and she hacks exactly what we want her to, because we've done the pre-work of marking that rocket launcher. Now, it looks like we're going to have a problem here. As Eminem once so famously said, you'll notice that far rocket launcher did not go down, so double hacking was not the correct answer there. So take that into consideration. Maybe hack, re-smoke, and then come back later on. So there's attack number one. You can farm a little bit of gunboat energy over here. We're going to do that because we're only 1 GBE off of an extra artillery. So now that that's done, we're going to click the retreat button once. As soon as we see that GBE come in, I'm going to drop it on this shock launcher, marking it for our next attack, and then we're going to run away with our tail firmly placed between our legs. So there's attack number one, Gearheart. Now, I say this every time, but for those of you new to the channel, the reason why I'm retreating is I'm trying to show how this can be done without losing troops or without instant training. So if you have instant training or you're a slightly lower level and you have a little bit more patience, then by all means do not retreat, because there's no tactical advantage to it. I'm only trying to save some people some time and some diamonds by doing it this way. So now that Everspark has managed to die, I was totally looking away. We're in for a bit of problems here. So mistake number one. Actually, I guess that's mistake number two. Now we're going to throw some artillery on to these mortars. No need to go hack these things. They're going to be low enough health that we can use our extra GBE to get rid of them slowly but surely. And again, one more time, you'll notice there's all sorts of GBE over here, trying to make sure I am not wasting it so it's there for my future attacks. So now that we're digging into it a little bit further, I've already clicked the retreat button once. Why I do that is just so that you don't have to double click, not going to have to worry about losing too many troops. I am going to risk and see how just if we can get one more artillery. It's going to be pretty close, but I think we should be able to get in there without losing any more troops, as long as we retreat very, very quickly after that extra GBE comes in. Just need our artillery to land. Troops are back on the boat. There's nothing worse than clicking retreat too early and the artillery not landing. I guess the only thing worse is when you screw up and waste Everspark like I did on that last attack. But as you can see here, mortar's almost gone. Next, we're going to work on those shock launchers. Now, you can go get that laser if you really, really want. There's a massive issue here in that people in low levels who are not super strong with smokes will likely lose a whole bunch of troops to that shore laser. So we might just go get it on this attack, I should say. Now we're going to double hack those shock launchers, hoping that the double hack does not screw us up, because shock launchers like to shock things that are nearby, and as you can see there, they have done that, and as a result, we might not get that far shock launcher down. So screw up number 3. They do tend to come in threes. That's going to be a problem, because I like to do a core hit on the 4th attack, and suddenly, did my screen stop? Nope, I think we're still, I thought that my screen had stopped recording, but down go the mortars. Good stuff. Now the problem is that shock launcher there. So what we're going to do next, we've got a bit of GBE left. This is the dangerous bit. This is the very, very dangerous bit. What we're going to do is we're going to drop 4 boats of zookas right here. Now, you'll notice that I am picking where my flags go. Actually, I'm only going to pick 3 boats because that is a little bit safer. You'll notice my flags, I move them around depending on which whereabouts the troops dropped. Now we're going to flare that laser. We have enough GBE for 2 shocks. We're going to be very, very careful with our shocks. We're going to go something like this, and I just missed one of my shocks, which means that we're going to lose all sorts of troops. So far, this attack is just I'm making so many mistakes, but I think that we should still be okay. Now, the reason why I wanted to get rid of that laser is because every single time we do War Factory, someone loses a whole bunch of troops to that shore laser, but I missed my shocks. I meant to shock 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and I just screwed it up royally. So you likely can hit that shock. Dropping all of your troops like I did there works very well. We've got lots of diamonds here. I forgot all about the fact that we've got this, what is that called? Come on, brain. Come on, brain. This is called All Troop Mania. So now that that's done, we're going to send Everspark again off to this left-hand side. We're going to click the hack button. Then we're going to flare the shock launcher. Always click the hack button, see what she selects, and then you can override it using the flare. And we're also going to get rid of a what's it called? Sniper tower by the core, just because why the heck not? If Everspark doesn't die, but of course Everspark died. Now we need to use all of our remaining, or some of our remaining GBE on this laser to get rid of that. Uncomfortable, not good setup, but at the same time, we have managed to get all of the things done we needed to do, so we're ready for a core hit. Ideally, you do the core hit on your 4th attack, not your 5th, so there's going to be a little bit of extra pressure on this attack, but I am fairly confident we should be able to take this down. We're going to find out very, very soon. The first thing I'm going to do is get rid of these riflemen. Riflemen not going to be helpful whatsoever. And then I'm going to have a quick peek back at the core hit here and see. I think this should be okay with Brick, because there's going to be, the grapplers are not going to be touching our troops, or if they are, they're not going to be pulling very far, and nothing else is going to be hitting them. So laser, not going to be an issue even with Everspark, but I'm going to bring Brick just in case. Basically, any hero you have is going to be good here except for Kavan. Smoking with Kavan, not something I recommend anyone do. That sounded like some sort of double entendre, sneaky, but no, don't smoke regardless. Let's keep going, moving down the line, smoking our troops. Now, if we have small gaps like you saw there, it's not going to be the absolute end of the world, but it's not going to be super pretty. So do try your best to cover up with your smokes. Obviously, you need some GBE statues to do that. But if you have a little bit of gaps, there's no laser, so you're not going to get absolutely pummeled. We are just using all of our remaining GBE to try to get all of our troops into position back in here. And then we have just enough GBE to flare the core and throw a battle orders. Look at that, 0 GBE left, flare the core. Here comes the dynamite. And you'll notice there's only single-shot troops shooting at us, not a big concern whatsoever. So definitely added some drama screwing things up there with the bad Eversparking and the bad hacking and all of that sort of stuff, but without a heck of a lot of drama. Drama. I don't know how you guys say that word, but no red pajama. Down goes War Factory. Pretty darn easy. Now we're going to switch it up, bring back a max level account just to try something ridiculous and silly and fun. I'll be back in just a sec. Do stick around. Let's quickly show you the stats on those deals. So we've got 59% troop damage, 33% troop health, 38% GBE, and that 38% is from 2 statues, which is incredibly saddening. Regardless, I'll be back in a sec. Do stick around for some fun Christmas joy. Now, speaking of fun, do have a look at our task force list. There is a list of task forces. Look at that hefty holiday offer. Instant training for 14 days, plus some gold. Not bad. I really do think they still need to consider, I mean, $13.99. Basically, you get half off with some gold and some stuff, but that's not really for me. I still want to see micro transactions. Let me buy 1 day of instant training. That to me from Mega Crab would be super, super useful. Nonetheless, we're going to keep this going. I have so many shards, as you can see. Need to keep my sculptor going, otherwise I go absolutely insane. Let's try to solo this with mechs. I think this is a terrible idea, especially with those grapplers back there. I don't know if I have enough GBE to get there, but we're going to load mechs to start with, and then I can put some thought into it. I can't even remember how much GBE mechs cost to drop. But one thing to be aware of is this 90% off has nothing to do with the armory. Every time they give 90% off, people are like, I'm trying to upgrade my mechs in the armory and it's not working. So just be aware, it's not going to do anything for you in that regard. We're going to bring brick because mechs are crazy, crazy slow. Let's see how much GBE these things cost to drop. So we're not going to be doing that. Okay, noted. Noted. All mechs cost almost as much GBE, actually not even close, as cryo tanks. So we're going to skip out on some of the mechs. We're going to bring in some heavies instead, and just trying to get this as ridiculous as we possibly can. We're not going to bring... I was thinking warriors, but warriors are always a great choice, so we're not going to go that route. Here we go. Let's get warriors. Heavies and mechs. See if we can't take this down in the most obscure, ridiculous fashion. We're going to drop our mechs first, and the reason for that is because they are incredibly slow, and this way we can drop our heavies slightly, ever so slightly behind them, and then maybe, just maybe, we can somehow, some way get all of these troops where we want them to be. I am not going to hold my breath because I'm trying to talk here, and holding your breath, and you get the idea. I was trying to mix some metaphors, but it didn't go very well because I don't think they were actually metaphors. Nonetheless, here we go. Getting back into position. I forgot all about those shock launchers. Those shock launchers are going to make for some dangerous times. Now I just need to go something like this. We're going to shock the grapplers. That's not a grappler, that's a shock launcher. And then we're just going to get all of our heavies, all of our mechs clearing towards the core. Basically, the heavies are just there to get shot in the face. The mechs are there because we have mechs, and I never ever use mechs. Hopefully that shock launcher is going to keep getting distracted by all of the things that are getting pulled by that left grappler. This is not going terribly well, folks, but we have a shot at soloing War Factory using heavies and mechs just to show how ridiculous it is for max levels doing War Factory. War Factory is a complete joke for max levels. Supercell, if you're out there and if you're listening, please consider adding intel for War Factory. My thought is every unused attack gets you intel. That would make a massive change. Putting some emphasis on skill and effort. That way people would even consider boosting for War Factory, maybe just to get that extra 1 intel. We are just cruising through this using mechs and heavies. So far we've got, 5 heavies left, 6 mechs, and we are doing some damage. I don't think we're actually going to take this down simply because mechs don't have enough damage, heavies don't have enough damage. Any other troop combo in that position likely would have taken this down, but heavies, mechs, not the best. I mean, look at this. They've cleared everything behind the core. Now we're just stuck watching that mech get hit by that shock launcher. Look at them shake when they can't actually do anything. They're kind of like machine guns when they get shocked. Just need that last mech to die. Now we can switch it up, bring back some other troop combo. What do we got for gold? Lots and lots of gold. I got to admit, I am tempted to go all cryos right here, but I'm not going to do that. Actually, maybe I am going to do that. We got 90% off. One other note is that right now is the best possible time to clear your map. Not only are troops cheap for us, but everyone's going to have extra gold because everything is so ridiculously cheap. So we are going to smoke all cryos back for a wintry surprise, and I assume we're going to be able to take this down, but if not, then I'm going to look foolish, and I've already done that with my low-level account. So anyways, do consider subscribing to the channel for all sorts of War Factory goodness, as well as warships and many other strategies as well. There is a lot to learn. There's a lot of fun left in the booming of the beaches, and we're going to bring it to you. And we're going to bring it to you hot and heavy and cold and sweaty. I don't really know what. Also, when I say we, that is completely and utterly just me talking as though you and I are a team, because I really do get a lot of input from all of my subscribers and viewers and all of that sort of stuff. So thank you to all of you out there. Hope you are having a Merry Christmas. This is way too many Cryoneers trying to take on the War Factory, and I do not recommend that to anyone out there. But got to try something different once in a while. So we're going to try and back our Cryoneers the heck away from those shock launchers. You'll notice those rocket launchers are crushing our hopes and dreams, but maybe, just maybe, we can medkit our way through this. Probably should have brought some anything else, maybe some medics, but Cryoneers just trying their darndest to saw through that headquarters and not having a lot of luck. So one thing to be aware of is Cryoneers on their own are not a troop combo anyone should use ever. Like, you can take bases down using them, but I don't recommend it, and it's going to be painful. So for those of you who stuck around and watched that ridiculousness, I apologize. We'll come back with some real troops, take this down, and let's just load something that I've got a troop combo for. Got to cut that bit of my video out. It's clearly after 9 o'clock. This is why I need to do videos before 9, because otherwise my what's it called? My Do Not Disturb turns off. Let's just send some troops in here. We're going to go something like this. We're going to send all of our zookas over here. This is called the badass landing because it works incredibly well, but it's also super dangerous because you leave some of your troops uncovered by smoke at the very beginning. It is great for bases such as Complex. I think that's the primary one. I guess also maybe like Minotaur or something like that. But then we're going to smoke all of our troops back here. You'll notice that all of my attacks today are involving smoke, and that is not by accident. I highly recommend using smoky troops. It just makes the world go round. For Mega Crab, less of an issue. And then we're just going to cruise right into here. We definitely 1000% have the wrong ability selected for Bullet. Energy Drink, not a good call. But down goes War Factory in 3 terrible attacks. And one other note, since Christmas is tomorrow, I highly recommend barraging some of your troops. Send some Christmas cheer. If you've gone this far and you intend to send some Christmas diamonds and intel towards people on your map, do let me know. Otherwise, I likely will not be releasing a video tomorrow. It is Christmas. I guess there is a slim chance that I go do a Mega Crab live stream, perhaps, because the Mega Crab is coming tomorrow. So maybe. I kind of doubt it, though. Anyways, hopefully this video finds you well. Keep booming those beaches. As always, consider liking, sharing, subscribing, more importantly, comment, and do consider renewing your creator boost every 7 days. It has to go in there. zmoT is what you need to put in that box. Otherwise, Merry Christmas. I assume I'll be back before the new year, but either way, Happy New Year. Talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm zmoT. Peace!